Hey there, fans of brotherly love wrestling. It is I, Vic Delicious.
Philly's own, the Mecca here.
It is the real McCoy, J.D.X. Justin D. Xavier. And
it's your man, CD, the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels.
Hello, boys and girls. This is your old friend RJ City.
Hey there, brotherly love wrestling. Bill Carr here.
Hey everyone, this is two-time guest Wheeler Yuta.
Two bozos from Philadelphia flapping their gums about pro wrestling this, pro wrestling that.
Which is not that unique in the grand scheme of things yet.
You are in for a treat because you're tuned in to Brotherly Love Wrestling.
Philadelphia, are you ready?
No! They said, are you ready?
This is Brotherly Love Wrestling Podcast, your first stop for everything professional wrestling. So sit back and enjoy wrestling talk at its finest with your hosts, Larry Hall and Joe Corrado.
Welcome everybody to Brotherly Love Wrestling, the Essential series. Tonight we are going to be talking about probably at one point, and I don't know if so, the best wrestling television show WWE puts out, and that is Smackdown. 25 years. Smackdown's been around. It debuted in April of 1999. Now, that was a pilot episode, and then it started up weekly in August of 99, but since we're only a couple weeks removed and we missed a week of recording last week, it kind of all over the place, we decided to do this now and talk about.
Don't worry.
So we'll do the Essential series. Each of us getting 5. You know how this goes. Joe, I'll let you go first.
We're doing this?
Yeah.
We each go 5.
Yes. So we'll have the top 10 SmackDown moments of the past 25 years.
Well, I don't know if it's top, but I'll just give you some.
Or favorite. Yeah, either way. What we think is essential to SmackDown in the past 25 years.
I'm going to tell you my first 3, if I make it to my first 3.
Uh-huh.
If you don't steal any of them, okay. They're not even matches.
Yeah, I looking through, I felt the same way. There's a lot of moments more than matches, and that's fine. Like whatever, makes you remember, has some kind of feeling with SmackDown. Yeah, it doesn't matter to me. But I'll let you go first, so you can take your first pick.
All right. So, pure comedy gold from a guy known to be one of the best technical wrestlers of all time, but his timing and his comedy chops. I don't know. I put him up there just for shit that makes me laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Like hysterical to this day. Like I could see it so many times and be like, this is so fucking great. And I'm talking about Kurt Angle when he has his feud with Shawn Michaels and he busts out sexy Kurt with Sherry, sensational Sherry. Just the just giving the fucking Shawn Michaels pants and the and his dad dancing, like it's just bad dad dance.
And the lyrics were fucking phenomenal.
Just a sexy Kurt, I'll make your ankle hurt. Like I don't know. That's like I could put that could for comedy and wrestling, like things that like that's easily top 10, could be top 5 for me of things that just make me laugh to this day. Like no matter what, thinking about it, like I love like when it'll because it'll reach the timeline sometimes. It'll hit the top. It'll just filter its way in like maybe every few months, and it'll be there. And I'll just every time I'm like, this is great.
Mm-hmm.
This is the best. This is why social media should be invented. Just things that make you laugh. Nothing else. Just things that make you happy. That's it. That's all social media should be for.
I agree.
And that moment, just thinking about it, one of my favorite, besides the cowboy hat, the undersized cowboy hat, is a huge head. I don't know. It's a toss up. It's a toss up between that and Sexy Kurt.
Okay.
I don't know, but one was Raw, one was SmackDown. So today we're talking about Sexy Kurt.
Okay.
I'll make your ankle hurt.
All right, so I'm gonna follow up with one that is the same level as Sexy Kurt. And I think when you mention SmackDown and fans mention SmackDown that have been watching forever, you have to mention this, and that is Booker T, Stone Cold Steve Austin in the grocery store. And forget SmackDown, one of the greatest moments on TV in WWE history, because it's one, from what I hear, it's one shot.
To this day, could be one of the greatest just things done in wrestling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's done in one shot, one take. It was all one take. It wasn't, all right, stop. Like, it's one take the whole time.
You didn't have 2 takes with that.
Yeah.
I couldn't have got 2 takes.
No. I mean, and there's so much that came out of it. You have him throwing Stone Cold in the fridge, and he comes out drinking milk and says, "Thanks, Booker, got milk," and like throws the milk jug at him. As he walks out, he price check. Like, it is fucking phenomenal from start to finish. Booker T was
his faces, his facial expressions, and that whole thing.
Oh, like
perfection.
It's amazing. It's a price check on Jackass is one of my favorite lines in the history of WWE TV. Priced. I actually, side note, I actually tried to get our buddy Derek, because he used to work at Giant and he used to be behind the customer service desk where the microphone is. And I don't know how many times I was like, dude, come on. It's like 10 o'clock at night. No one's in the store. Just say it for me. And he was like, no, dude. He's like, if a manager hears, I'm fucked. And I was like, all right. But like that's one of my favorite. Yeah. Diamond upside down. Yeah, that's one of my favorite lines of that whole thing. But that, from start to finish, man, that segment is fucking gold.
And I don't think either one of them are underappreciated. Like, I know being in with Stone Cold, like, you're like, oh man, but Booker T, like, completely held his own. Like, you needed both of them to make that what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Stone Cold wouldn't have been able to do that with just anybody.
Yeah.
Like, that was perfect. Yeah, that's another one. That, I mean, dude, when they used to do that backstage stuff. I mean, you look at it now, and it's not corny. It's still fucking great. It's a classic. It is a classic.
Yep.
I mean, SmackDown, like, what was that, like, one time, like, right in between, like, I don't know if it was Ruthless Aggression era or it's like right in between that Attitude, like the crossover. But here's my second one. When I think of SmackDown, I think of this one moment. Like, when you said we were doing this, I thought of this one moment.
Okay.
Kind of match related ish. But it's the ending to the SmackDown. It was
damn it.
Yeah. Dude, it's the first thing I think of. Like, I went comedy, but it's when every single person, like, you got Rock and Angle.
I got your setup. I got the whole setup. So it's November 15th, 2001. It's it's right before Survivor Series that year. And it's team WWE versus Team Alliance. And there is a tag team match on the go home show of SmackDown. And it's Rock and Y2J against Angle and Austin. First of all, look at that tag team match. Look at that tag team match.
Rock and Y2J.
Yeah. Against Angle and Austin.
Rock basically rocket launched Y2J when he first showed up. And then they make their way full circle. Like, dude, the whole scenario with everyone came out. It was just mass chaos. It was fast paced. Everyone did everybody's finish, and it ended with Austin fucking stunning the Rock and fucking winning the bedlam. I'll call it.
Yeah, because it was. So I have the list of names. So yeah, obviously,
I remember everyone that came out. I can remember too. I'll just go with who came out. So it's the four you just said: Austin, Angle, Jericho, Rock. Then you get Kane, RVD. You get Big Show. You get. Did I say Kane?
Yeah, you said King.
I say Kane.
Yeah.
You get Booker.
Mm-hmm.
You get Taker.
Mm-hmm.
Am I
One more.
missing one?
Yeah.
I'm missing one.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know if
yeah,
you're gonna pull it.
I think I am. Because it's someone that comes in and does a. What the fuck move did they pull? It wasn't Orton. No, it wasn't Orton's time yet. It was fuck. Who the fuck was it? I think it was someone that didn't even do the finisher.
You're right.
Like they just came in and got beat up.
They did one move, and then of course took a finisher.
Yeah. All right, who was it?
Shane McMahon.
Fucking Shane McMahon. I hated Shane back in the day. I really did. Like I don't know if I like him that much now, but I've always hated Shane McMahon, I think.
So like obviously, you know, my parents.
I think it's the stupid feet and the fucking stupid punches and the.
Well, look, like obviously your dad got you into wrestling. We've said that a million times. My
Yes.
parents never liked wrestling. My mom would tolerate it because it was something I liked.
Yes.
But when it was on, and obviously it'd be on in the house a lot, so she'd walk in and she'd see. So she had her favorites, and of course, because I like Shawn Michaels, she liked Shawn Michaels. She liked The Rock, and she liked some of the guys. But when Shane McMahon would come out, she was like, "Ooh, I hate Shane McMahon. I just want to punch him in the face every time."
Very, very punchable face.
Yeah, she hated Shane McMahon. Hated him.
He's got a very punchable face, definitely.
Yeah.
That's spot on.
Yeah.
I mean, everything that he does, and just looking at him, you're like, man, I could punch that guy, and I feel a lot better about myself.
Yeah. But you're right. That finish is probably if you want to show a wrestling fan, like people say, oh, it's fake. Why do you watch this crap? Show them that segment. This is why. Because like it's chaos, but it's great.
Yeah, but the crowd was going ballistic.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like it was controlled chaos. Obviously, it was set up, but it was just so fucking. It was so good. Like I miss that type of shit. That's that shit. That's the stuff that makes you be like, man, I missed that era, and that's what does it for me. Like shit like that. We don't get a lot of that.
Let's see. So I'm on my second one.
Yes.
What do I want to go with? Because I don't. All right, I'm gonna go with again another segment, not a match, but it just showed another layer to. As long as it had wheels that Steve Austin could drive it and control it, and I mean,
let's start that like word control it loosely.
Well, yeah.
Make it move in a direction.
He could operate it, put it that way.
Dude, he could have been given a DUI every single time.
Oh, absolutely. So the one I'm thinking of is when Austin drops a concrete divider on the DX Express. Meanwhile, Michael Cole delivers a line. Austin 316 says, "I just wrecked your bus." Like a corny ass line, but like, I mean, as far as
it's all t-shirts.
Yeah, like as far as destruction and wow moments and wow factor, like that was in that point, Austin was kind of winding down. But that moment, man, that's a big time moment and a big wow moment for a lot of fans that you didn't expect to see him blowing up a bus. So I think that belongs on there as well.
Yeah, just imagine like if Stone Cold like had it in him to be like once he was like he could just come to grips with him not being able to wrestle anymore and just stayed around longer for entertainment value.
Oh
my God.
The things he could destroy, the things he could do.
I mean, there was plenty of times. Like I know a lot of his build-ups are like epic, like beyond epic. I don't know if we can go beyond that. Like hit the build-ups for his matches and his feuds like second to none. But like his promo ability, his segments, like I mean, fucking him and McMahon in the with the bedpan. I
Oh,
mean, just
Jesus.
what he did. Like, dude, he could have been behind the scenes and like doing just backstage shit for years. He could have done another decade of that, and it would have been fucking like they would have kept like I don't know if wrestling would have ever been. I don't know if it would be, but here's the thing: would it have sullied his name? I don't think so, but you never know.
Yeah, I probably not. I mean, it's Stone Cold. I don't think it would have mattered.
It's an interesting question. Like, I don't know if like it may be like just because we didn't get like we know we could have had more of them, but we didn't get it. Like, and then he was more of a special attraction. Like when he'd come back, like he would rarely come back, but when he came back, I was like I don't know, like you give up some of those moments because he's around for that much longer, and you were used to seeing him for a long time. Like I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a tough one. It's a tough question that I've asked myself, and now that I can't answer, so I will leave it to the audience to answer. I'll throw it into the atmosphere, but I do believe that it is my turn, and I am on my third.
Yep.
We'll try and go back to back on you.
Okay.
We'll see if you let me. So my number three, dare I say, one of the most iconic debuts of all time to one of the most decorated professional wrestlers, sports entertainers ever, could very well be number one on a certain generation's Mount Rushmore. More important than Flair, more important than Hogan. Dare I say? No, I don't have to say. Because you can't see me. That was the start of Ruthless Aggression. And then he got the nod from Taker. I mean, dude was set. And then we all saw what he turned into. He had basic thugonomics. Then you had Fruity Pebble.
A bowl of Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah, you had Super Cena, which was kind of scattered in there as well. I mean, Cena was, I mean, if you look back at debuts, I mean, he's up there with Jericho. I mean, he doesn't do, like, Jericho was already seasoned. He came in, like, this was first time.
Yeah, I think it's not looked at as impactful because of the debut itself. It's more what he became that makes that debut special. You know, like,
well, not that, but he labeled the whole era.
Yeah.
Like that was the start. That was Vince's his turnover to the new era was with Cena and Angle.
Yeah.
And that kicked it off. And then what he turned into is, I mean, we don't even have to say anything else about Cena. I mean,
well, yeah,
about Cena.
Yeah. So my third one actually is a match, and it's the first. Like I said, that SmackDown debuted on April 29th of '99, but the show, as far as episodes, continuously didn't start till August. So I'm gonna put my third moment as that first episode in August, because the main event was The Rock versus Triple H for the world title, with the special guest referee being Shawn Michaels. And I don't know if you can remember the end and the finish to this match, which was a phenomenal match in itself, but kind of stamped what SmackDown was going to be. You had The Rock.
The Rock and Triple H with Michaels as the special guest.
Yeah. And The Rock goes to do the people's elbow, hits the one ropes.
Yeah. I do remember.
Comes back and gets hit with Sweet Chin Music. He gets screwed over by HBK, and then Triple H rolls over, pins him, and retains the title to end the first episode, I guess, if you will, of SmackDown. So, and basically, the beginning of one of the craziest shows in WWE, SmackDown, because it only just got, like we were saying, a lot of that moments, especially that one with that insane finish, like it just got crazier and crazier as it would eventually move on. Excuse me.
Yes, I don't remember. I remember that moment, the
Hmm.
match itself. I'm a little foggy on, but I do remember that.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think 25 years of SmackDown.
Hmm.
Would you have thought it was longer?
Probably not longer because I mean, it was kind of around the ruthless aggression. You know what I mean? It was kind of right
Yeah.
after the Attitude Era. Um, but when I did hear 25 years, I was kind of surprised because I actually had to look it up. I'm like, wait, 25 years? I mean, it's 2024. I did kind of feel like maybe it was in the late 90s, but you know what I mean? Hey, Fluff makes an appearance.
Go ahead, talk, Cole. All about it. Nope, you wanted to come in and distract.
No, he only wants to talk when he's off camera. He wants to make the noises off camera.
Well, you got to be on camera talent now.
Oh, he's made plenty of appearances on our show.
That's my Hogan Boa.
All right, so you got number 4?
Yeah, number 4. Like I said, I'm going to go back to back if you'll allow me.
Mm-hmm.
So, also involving Cena, also involving a debut. I mean, not as legendary, but still pretty damn fun. And I believe this was SmackDown, and I believe this was a United States Championship Open.
Okay.
Was this SmackDown, the debut of Kevin Owens, or was that Raw? I think that was SmackDown.
I can fact check.
Yeah, fact check me real quick, but I'm pretty watch me be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm going to be upset. I'm going to be upset that I'm wrong.
You talk about when he comes out and he steps on. Yeah, you're wrong.
It was Raw?
Yeah, it was Raw.
Why would they do that to me?
Yeah, it was Raw.
Why would my memory do that to me? All right. All right, let's think back a little bit. Top moments. We had a couple. I don't know. The funny thing is, I think I used my one that I think is like my top moment.
Mm-hmm.
That Bedlam at the end is the first thing I think of.
Yeah, I was going to use that first, but you got me into the comedy, and so I went with the Booker one. But I was definitely.
Don't worry, I was going to do Booker third.
Yeah.
Booker Austin was going to be third.
Yeah.
How about we go with how about we do the Eddie Guerrero celebration after his world title win?
Okay.
I mean, because I don't know if we don't really see that too much anymore. We haven't really had I mean, what was the last one? Kofi probably? It was like a celebration worthy championship win. I mean, Cody kind of got a celebration, but I feel like Eddie's was. I mean, Eddie's had more pizzazz. I mean, there was a lot more behind Eddie's win. I feel like more of a win for the people. Although so does Cody, kind of. But
don't talk yourself out of it.
Maybe they repeat history once or twice. No, I mean, the Eddie Guerrero celebration was fucking huge.
Yeah.
For him, it was a pivot, another pivot point in SmackDown, going with the let's face it, much smaller, faster champion, kind of setting up because Eddie was champion before Ray, right?
Oh man, that's a good question.
I'm pretty sure he was.
Eddie before Ray?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think.
I want to say yeah. I think you may be right. I think you may be right. I think Eddie was before Ray. This is like those type things are the things that I'm really bad at as far as like chronological order and dates and stuff. I know Kyle's really fucking good at that.
He's pretty good at that too.
Yeah, he is. But yeah,
I think everybody but the two people that run this show that we talk to are really good at this. Like Bill's probably pretty good at it. I'm sure Scott's probably pretty good at it too.
Yeah.
I think the only people that have like this is why we need like someone sitting in the corner, like the Tom Green show. Remember the guy that used to just laugh in the fucking Like we have that big window opening back there. We can just put Bill back there and just throw facts at us. But I think Eddie was more the one to set up like the smaller champion because right after that was Benoit, which we do not name. And then I want to say, because who did Eddie beat? Or not Eddie, who did Ray beat for the title?
Batista?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
It's the first thing that popped in my head.
That's the first thing that popped in my head too. That's only because I was like one of the better feuds for Ray.
Yeah. Again, we could be completely wrong, but
because we probably are. Let's face it, we probably are.
The odds are we are, but
the odds are not in our favor for ever being right about a fact.
All right, so I'm gonna go my number 4, and 2 words. And when I say not suck it, and 2 words are gonna immediately tell the story of what this moment was, and you can, when I say it, you will see it happen in your head. And ring collapse.
Oh yeah, when he fucking goes off the top with a superplex.
Big Show, Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, Big Show and Brock.
It was one of those, again, like we said.
That was the first time that they did that, because they did that a couple times after the fact. Like this was like the first like holy shit moment. Like this is the first time you saw this.
Exactly. Yes, it was something new, never been done.
The ref went over the ropes and like through the ropes and like we thought we lost them.
Yeah, yeah.
We still don't know if that was a sell or if that was like real life.
But yeah, one of those legitimate shock, never thought you'd see type moments in WWE. It was phenomenal, very well done, and it just cements into the history of SmackDown of one of those moments. You go, Jesus Christ, man, I can't believe that happened. And like you said, it's been done a couple times since, but nothing has had that impact like the original Brock Lesnar and Brock and Big Show doing it.
I mean, it made sense. I mean, it made perfect sense. Like it was believable. You had like over 800 pounds falling onto the ring from about a 5.5, 6 foot drop.
I would have loved to have been in the creative meeting when they said, "Okay, we're going to do this."
Fuck that. I would have rather been in the arena for that one.
Well, yeah,
dude, for the place went ape shit.
Yeah,
it's one of those. Yeah, it's one of those standout moments.
Yeah,
I agree. The funny thing is, how we had one match?
yeah.
All right, I'll hit us with another match then.
Okay.
And I remember this was one that I actually remember. This is more recent, but it was like a sigh of relief. It was a big sigh of relief, and you're gonna know because you felt the same way. You might have felt this more than I did, but it was SmackDown in overseas in the UK, and it was a championship match, heavyweight championship match. AJ Styles, Jinder Mahal, when AJ beats Jinder on TV, because you don't always get a lot of TV major title changes, but I remember when AJ won, and I was like, thank God. And I know you were the same way. And it was just like, I mean, AJ was red hot too. AJ, I mean, no play on words or pun intended, but he was a phenomenal champion. When he was champion,
he was.
AJ was a great champion when he was champion. And it was never like out of the realm of possibilities, even if he wasn't in the angle, that AJ Styles could always be a top contender for the title. That's why him and Cody, when they were doing that match in France, believable because it's AJ Styles.
Yeah.
But people like, I mean, he was gone for a while, but I mean, I hope people don't forget like just how good AJ Styles is, like just being the guy. Like he was very comfortable in that position, being the guy.
Well, look, even I heard Undertaker did an interview. Yeah, Undertaker did an interview. Actually, I think it was Busted Open, and he was talking about being at peace, and because this Mania kind of put him at peace, and they asked him about like, the appearance he made in Philly. He said after he did that, it kind of he walked out and he was like, "Man, I felt really good about that. Like I feel like I'm good." He's like, that's not saying that if WWE asks me, I won't make an appearance here and there. He said, but like, it scratched my itch so well. He was like, he's like, I'm so at peace with it,
He
which is
had 80,000 people on the edge of their seat. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, if I was doing adrenaline, dude,
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, I'd say that scratched something fucking major for you. Jesus.
Yeah, but
Dude,
he was
an arena
asking.
full of people.
He asked about the Boneyard match, and they asked him how he felt like after that and all,
That
and he
was
was.
really good.
That's what he said. He said the thing is, he's like, it wasn't Sean, but he's like AJ is this generation Sean. Like, and that's high praise coming from Taker, who had two of the best WrestleMania matches in history against Shawn Michaels, to then call AJ this generation Sean. Like, it shows you how good AJ Styles is and looked at as with respect from the wrestlers themselves.
Yeah, I mean, but that moment when he won, it was like a weight lifted off, and you're just like, thank God we don't have to see Jinder every week with the fucking title. Like, we still question to this day, and I know you more than I do, like how, like when you go back, you're like, how the fuck did Jinder Mahal go from 3MB to like doing nothing to becoming a champion?
Mm-hmm. I mean, look, Jinder worked his ass off. He got his body in the WWE mold.
Yeah, he had the looks. He definitely had the looks of being a champion, but
yeah.
His just like, and this is probably WWE's fault, but anything they gave him, but it was terrible.
I agree.
He knew how to be a bad guy. He did. He knew how to be a bad guy. And he was good at it. But
it's just a stereotypical Indian descent character that I know even he has said. I've heard an interview with him and saying that it just, yeah, in India it works because that's their guy and it's their culture, and of course they're going to get behind that. But like, it's just cornering him, putting him in a hole. You know what I mean? A stereotype, which sucks.
It is, because Americans don't necessarily think a certain way.
Yeah.
Like, you see someone presented that way, they're like, oh yeah, let's celebrate them. No, they're like, oh, we're supposed to hate this guy. It's like that whole, like, it has history with it.
So my fifth one,
chance of ever being a good guy.
Yeah, exactly. My fifth one is going to be is the most recent one we have on our list.
Oh, okay, good.
And,
we did something.
Yeah, and it is the Bloodline imploding, and it's the night where Jey Uso tells Jimmy. Jimmy says he's out, and he says, if you're out, I'm out too. And they double super kick Roman, which then leads, you know what I mean, to the Bloodline really, really being depleted. And what a moment, because we've had such this big build with the Bloodline up to that point.
That set up Jey versus fucking Roman.
Yeah.
That moment right there set up Jey versus Roman.
Yes.
That was it.
Yeah.
Also set up Jimmy to come out and cost Jey the title, which was a little weird, but
that
moment right there, that was one of the many pushes in that main event Jey Uso run that he's still on. Like, it's not like he's not on that anymore. Like, he's still on that main event Jey Uso train. Like, that hasn't slowed down, but that was like just another leaf on the tree of main event Jey Uso. Like, that dude, like, good for him, man. Like, to be like a solidified Hall of Fame 5 times over tag team Hall of Famer, to now like if they would pull the trigger like all the way, like, could be a singles superstar.
And he already is. That's a funny thing.
Yeah, he is. Like, but
you mean like with titles and all? Yeah.
No, not only that, but I think, and it would be an argument, it would be a strong argument, but if he were given the ball, he could have the type of secondary career that could overshadow all of his accolades from being a tag team wrestler.
So like Edge.
He's got it. Yeah, exactly. A great comparison. Like, he could be an Edge. Like 100%. The crowd fucking, like, the fucking this, like, dude, he's in. He's over. Like, he's got everybody in the palm of his hands. Like, all you gotta do, like, and the problem is that there's not. So here's a little fucking jab at fucking AEW. they have so much talent that like a lot of people could be given that fucking title and like completely run with it comfortably. Whereas they don't have enough titles, but whereas AEW has like one person that can hold a major title and like bunch of, I don't know, like 47 titles now and tournaments. But anyway, I'm not on that. I'm on fucking like Jey Uso, like legitimately superstar. I mean, it sucks for Jimmy kind of, but Jay's that guy.
I do want so all right. Our lists are complete. We got 5 and 5 of the history of SmackDown.
They are. I don't know if we forgot anything. I really thought KO came out.
No, it was on Raw.
Man, KO had some good fucking SmackDown moments.
I mean, they did. So the most recent one I saw, or the one I seen listed as far as a great SmackDown moment, is when KO and Sammy reunited on the build to WrestleMania, where they faced the Usos for the tag titles for 39.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only thing I really saw for Kevin Owens for SmackDown.
They did the big hug and all that.
Yeah.
We didn't get any Randy Orton.
No, we didn't.
It's a shame on us.
No.
Evolution more on Raw. Raw just hogs it.
Yeah, they do.
They really do.
That was the flagship show for a long time, if not still.
They legitimately called it the A show.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
For a long time. Like they called it the A. They were trying to set fucking SmackDown up.
Yeah.
Well, we got to give a big shout out to Rock for actually creating what SmackDown is just by his promo.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, we got big props to The Rock for helping us with this show. Funneling in some of that TKO money to us.
Again, talks like we're getting paid from WWE. We've gone over this. We don't get paid by WWE.
We don't get paid at all. But anyway, suffice it to say, if you speak it into existence, it could happen. The Rock could call us.
Sure.
Or message us. You never know.
Sure. I hope you're right.
But you don't know. The Rock could love us secretly. He knows it.
I do want to quickly touch on, because we didn't get a chance to, that's, of course, Backlash in France. Did you get a chance to watch the pay-per-view? Obviously, I know we didn't watch it live.
Oui.
That first laugh was more Tim Allen and Home Improvement.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Kenan Thompson, the name, Pierre Escargot.
Yes! Thank you.
I thought about it after the show. I was like, I remember it now. No, it might have been the next morning when I was driving to work.
Yeah.
I remembered it. It's for some reason it rung in my head. I was like, Pierre Escargot.
Yes.
Because I heard the announcer saying it. I was like, I have to remember at some point in time to bring this back up.
That's perfect. Yeah, so look, I watched it after Quinn's birthday. We came home and we were going to hang out, and you lasted a little bit longer at CC's. So I'm sitting watching it, and like it was just me. Jamie went to bed, Brittany was sleeping, and like I'm watching this, and it was so let me say this, and it's been bothering me a little bit, and we didn't get to record, so I did want to say this on the show.
Get it off your chest, man.
That crowd, first of all, was absolutely crazy, intense, amazing crowd. One of the better crowds I've ever seen.
That's why you move. That's why you go to different places like this that have been deprived of mainstream wrestling for so long. Like, because you know the crowd's going to be absolutely fucking wild.
So
you're missing an opportunity if you don't. If you can do it, do it.
The thing is, so people bitch and want to and
no,
not listen. Wait.
People do that.
They want to take pictures at AEW and lack of fans, or they'll talk about WWE and bad crowds and bad towns of not participating. And then you have a crowd like that. And I've gone through TikTok and Twitter. Twitter obviously is a cesspool of negativity, but even TikTok, I've seen a lot of people talking shit about that French crowd and saying how, okay, we get it. You can sing a song over and over and over again. What the fuck do you want? What do you want? Do you want the crowd to be half empty at an AEW show, or do you want them to be all outside of their minds and never shut up. Like, what the
Dude,
fuck are people bitching about? It's great.
They do the same thing in London. I mean,
I-
they fucking sing. That's like how they cheer.
I
That's like
don't-
how they sing. They get drunk and they sing.
I
There's nothing
don't
wrong with
get.
that.
I know, and I don't understand it. I much rather
No.
look. That was when we got home. We got home 9:30, 10 o'clock from where we were at. I was tired. It was a long day. We were at the.
I bet you that crowd kept you up.
That's what I'm saying. It powered me through. It powered me through all the way. I watched the entire replay because of that crowd being so hot from start to finish. And like you said, with Jey Uso being a superstar, the Fireflies lighting that up and him doing the yeet, and oh my God, it was fucking crazy. And it made you jealous of not being there.
It's wild how far that travels too. Like how it's pop culture.
Yeah.
People watch it. They do it. You got fucking how many people were there? 15, 20, 30,000?
No. It felt like it. It was 11.
11,000.
11 felt like 30 or 40.
Yeah.
In that arena.
Dude, that's all you need. You need a raucous arena.
And they did it again with Backlash, man. To follow up your biggest.
Maybe that's the thing. Maybe they just make Backlash like that fucking travel show.
Dude, I would. I absolutely. With Puerto Rico and now France.
Well, you're coming off Mania, and Mania is so hot, so why not go somewhere that's going to be absolutely electric?
Yeah, it was. I got to say, the France crowd, like, they absolutely killed it. I couldn't be happier. Like, and the UK crowd has always been up there for me. We've said it on this show a lot. France has gone to another level. I don't know if I'm going to say they're better than the UK, but man, they were fucking great.
It's comparable. I mean, they kind of do like this, like the singing and the craziness. I mean, it's over there in those European fucking countries, man. They're wild. I think they just start drinking. Like, I don't think they ever stop, to be honest with you.
I'm down with that. I like a crowd that does that. That's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just, I think they way over delivered. I think it's fucking great. Now we got King and Queen of the Ring coming up.
I did see that
in Saudi. I've been absolutely loving these. Even though me and you, we're not big.
Having a Queen of the Ring finale in Saudi seems.
Look, it's a step in the right direction. How many years ago the women couldn't even be on the card, and now we're talking about a Queen of the Ring being crowned. Like that's great.
So who are the competitors in both?
That are left?
Yeah. Give me the rundown.
Okay.
Yeah. Left. I know. I love putting you on the spot. You should already know that I'm going to do this at least once a show.
Honestly, didn't think we were going to get this far to talk about it, but I'm cool with it. Yeah,
we're here now. Let's take a breather. Throw a little music in for you.
Okay, so here we go. I got you. So on the men's side, we have Gunther and Jey Uso.
That's it.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, for right now, because we still have SmackDown on Friday night and it's going to be Carmelo against Orton and LA Knight Tama Tonga, and both those winners, obviously, of those matches will. So wait, what's today? Today is the
15th.
Okay, 15th. I'm sorry, so I skipped ahead. So. No, I'm right. This Friday on SmackDown, we have those matches. And then next Monday on Raw, we have Gunther, Jey Uso, and we'll have the winners of those two matches on SmackDown on the 24th. And then King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring is on the 25th, that next Saturday. So we'll find out by next week's SmackDown.
Weekend in Saudi.
Yeah. Women, we already have Io Sky versus Lyra Valkyria.
Oh, from NXT.
Yeah, so they will be facing off next week.
Interesting.
And this Friday on SmackDown, we have Nia Jax versus Jade, and we have Tiffany Stratton versus Bianca Belair, which should be a fucking banger.
Ooh, do they pull the trigger where it's Jade versus Bianca?
I was thinking Jade, and I don't know, man. Tiffany, Bianca, Jade. Any one of those three are going to be.
Before you even started and told me, something was in my head that saying the Queen of the Ring is going to be Tiffany Stratton. Like that was just my gut feeling before you even mentioned who was left. And
Okay.
now that you said she's left, I mean, competition is fierce, but I still think she wins it.
Okay, so Tiffany's your pick for the Queen?
So yeah, so you got Bianca's already decorated. Jade's the women's champion, so she kind of got her like they're gonna find a way without giving, I guess, Tiffany Stratton the title yet to get her to the next level. I think this is going to be an elevation platform. I don't think they're gonna pull the trigger on Lyra yet. I think because Tiffany hasn't had that moment where like, but she's definitely ready. I think this is her tournament to win.
All right.
Now the men's side.
That's why I was interested in your opinion there.
I mean, I feel like Gunther wins it all. I don't think it matters who's in there.
So, all right, hear me out. I agree. I agree with you in one sense. That makes a lot of sense. But as far as storyline wise goes, in trying to carry on dominance, a part of me, even though I don't think they would have him beat him right away for King of the Ring, that's why I agree with Gunther. I would not be surprised if Tama Tonga is the King of the Ring.
I mean, he is the bloodline.
Yeah, and it's a power move.
You need something. Yeah, you need something to give him some legs to kind of solidify him as a. I mean, easy play there is that Jay already beat Gunther once.
Yeah,
you could beat him again, and you could get Tama versus Jay at
King and Queen
at King of the Ring.
Yeah,
and I think that's a little bit more just because I think then you can get bloodline shenanigans and Tama goes over that way.
Yeah,
wouldn't be surprised if that were the case. But either way, it's interesting TV.
I agree. Yeah, and I like that King and Queen of the Ring feel legitimate again.
Not only that, but I mean, Gunther needs something else to do. Someone needs to come out and call Gunther against Jay. Like, I don't know if it's going to be Sheamus or whatever, but I mean, he needs like a feud. If he's not going to be in that title picture, that main title picture, he needs. I don't think winning King of the Ring kind of just sets him up to do nothing. Like you could say he's the King of the Ring, that's fine, but
yeah,
I mean, not defending anything. You're just King of the Ring. I mean, King of the Ring is a platform to elevate. He's already elevated. He's ready for the next level. He doesn't need King of the Ring. There's people in there that you need to get to a certain level. Like Tom is a good pick. I think Tom is there. That's why I kind of have Tiffany Stratton in the women's.
Yeah.
A lot of people have already been there. I mean, I don't think so. Who's Jade facing?
Jade will be facing Nia Jax on Friday night.
So I don't think Jade. I think Jade loses, but I don't think it's clean. I don't think they're running no fucking AEW. They might try and get a loss out of the way and set up for a Nia Jax Jade feud because that's a good feud.
Yeah.
Jax cheats, gets a quick one. I don't know. Something happens, and then you get Tiffany Stratton versus Nia Jax. And let's face it, Tiffany's much better than fucking Nia.
Yeah,
so, those are my picks. But you know what happens when I think logically?
Very true.
You best believe it's going to be Carmelo, and it's probably going to be Io Sky. That'll probably be. That'll just be it. Or it'll be chalk. It'll be Gunther and it'll be Bianca. Put that as the chalk line.
Well, look at that. I mean, we did an Essential series and we did a mini little episode in there too. So we covered everything. And not only that.
This is the real guy. This is a real guy.
Also, before we close, I do want to say for those expecting our show with Frontman Ja, we ran into some technical difficulties. We did attempt to record tonight with Ja. It looked like he was at work, and we didn't have the best reception. We got
Suffice it to say, the technology gods were not in our favor tonight, and
No.
the Wi-Fi gods definitely shunned us.
Yeah.
We
So
will be back. We will be back for vengeance on those bastards, though.
so Monday night coming up, we will be actually Monday is the
Monday
20th. Monday is the 20th.
Monday night Ja.
Yeah, yeah. So Monday night we'll be recording with Ja. Hopefully a makeup and hopefully a lot better signal, and we'll be able to talk to Ja about Mania week and everything that he's been doing. He's had a couple big matches recently, so we'll talk to him about that. So we apologize for people who may be looking forward to that, but that still is coming. So next week, look for that, and that will be our before Queen and King of the Ring. That'll be our last show, and then we'll have that. So the following week, we'll be talking about that. So look forward to hearing from the front man next week. We hope you enjoyed watching and listening. We thank you so much, and I think that'll do it. So
Don't give up on us, baby.
thanks again, and we will be talking to you next week with Frontman. Have a good night, and don't take any shit from anybody.